In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, all over the place, the podcast. You know who I am. I'm the host, CT. Nobody, no other one. There's no replacements. There's no duplicates. There's no nothing. I'm letting y'all know right now. I got no limit. I'm saying I watched it. Y'all watched it. I got no limit because it played out exactly how I knew it was going to play out. I think P started a little slow. I think P started too slow overall, but his tempo played a part in what ended up happening overall. He started too slow, but his tempo, he stayed on his cadence. He never changed his cadence because I say that to say because it's easy to know, and it's fucked up because I'm a fan of both. I'm a fan of both. I'm a fan of fucking both. Listen, let me just say this. Let me put my little preference, my little fine print in real quick. This is why I feel like their battle was just for the culture and for Louisiana and for New Orleans and just for their whole movement. Because when you break it down, their styles are a clash. Their styles are two totally different clashes. Like they're not the same. Like in verses, I think Jeezy and Gucci Man was a good battle. I think I think Dipset and who they battle? The Locks. I thought that was a good battle because like the sound is the same. So it now you can battle like when the sound is the same. Now it's battling bars, content, lyrical, the flip, the wordplay, and delivery. Right, but No Limit and Cash Money is a style clash because they're two different times. They're from the same place, but they're from two different times of that place. Like No Limit is nostalgia for motivation, street, hood rap. They gave you concepts. Back in the day, music was based on concepts, and then the song, like when you hear a hook back in the day, you knew the hook would tie into the verses, and the verses would tie into the hook, and then you know what I mean, boop. So that was the concept. Back in the day, you could send a like today, you would send a song to somebody and just a beat and then send your verse, and then they'll send a verse back, and then they'll make a hook. Back then, nigga, they had the hooks, and then they was just putting they open spots. Then they had spots that was open on the song. But long as you got the hook, you good. So No Limit had concept songs, and it was so many songs that they had to leave off because we wasn't ready for the concept songs. We were ready for just the what made us bob our head, what made us what was catchy. So we knew that's why people were saying Cash Money would win because we knew like tempo wise the tempo we wanted to be on. But real motherfuckers who listen to music or who knows music or who knows like just knew it was two different styles. So it was just we niggas want to see it. Like niggas want to see Brian versus Jordan. We would love to see it, even though we know it's two different styles of play. And that's why niggas always say, well, what Jordan are we getting? Or what LeBron are we doing? Are we doing LeBron back in the 90s? Are we doing Jordan now in today's game? Because it's two different styles. So, like, P and them had songs like back in the day, music used to be like on an album. Like, think about this shit. Music used to really be like, you used to have a song for the women, you used to have a rest in peace song, you used to have a I don't want to say government song, but I can't think of another word for government. But like politics. It used to be like a politics song. Not even politics. Fuck, I can't think of another word. But it used to like music used to have a structure. Like you knew like on DMX, you knew you was gonna get a prayer. You knew you was gonna get a the snakes, the rats, the dogs. Then you knew you was gonna get the up tempo shit, the a ride for my no, that's a you knew it's different. It's just different. Like with P and them, you knew it was concepts. Like think about look, all right. So I'm just moving on. Let me just give my assessment because I was gonna get too deep and I don't want to do that. P and them strategically knew what they was doing. Cause look, they never played a song and then rapped another verse. So to me, you win already on that because they left so many songs off. Like even when they did make them say, The only nigga that was on that song that wasn't there was Mystical, right? And when it got to Mystical verse, that song was over. They didn't rap his verse, even though we can all argue up and down that Mystical had one of the best verses on that song. Period. P and them knew, look, we're not doing that. I feel Cash Money, in my opinion, only in my opinion, failed with that structure of it. Meaning they was just rapping the lyrics of the other artists who wasn't in the building part. So it took a little bit of the sting away. Like when they did I Need a Hot Girl, they shouldn't have, the best, listen, I wouldn't have even did that song because we all know the best part of that song is when Wayne and Turk go back and forth. I like them hot. The ones that don't tell me to stop, eat dick, swallow the cum, and they know how to pop. I need a project chick, a hood rat chick, one of them to give a fuck and say, we know that's the best part of the song. Everybody knows that. Everybody waits for that part of the song to get their partner and duet it. If you knew them niggas, y'all knew Turk wasn't there, and we can assume Wayne wasn't gonna be there. Y'all should have scratched the song. The song shouldn't have been in the lineup because y'all got so many other songs. So I feel like y'all let us down with that part. But mind you, it wasn't a lit down. I'm nitpicking because when you got a Lamborghini and you got a Ferrari, you have to nitpick on certain shit to say what won because they both won. So there's no loser here this evening. Let me just put that out there. Both of them won. Now I'm just critiquing the tape of what I seen. I didn't like that y'all played multiple songs where y'all rap the other nigga verses. Why is a Millie being played? Yes, it's a hit. Yes, why is that song even being played? And I think BG and Juvie was like, man, why are we playing this song? We got so many other songs to play. And then that was supposedly the last song that was supposed to be played because Manny Fresh came on and said, oh, we only got 4 minutes left. It ain't Cash Money and ain't no limit. It's the bill. It's the, the politic part of it, right? So they went into a Millie, which I think they could have went into multiple other songs that we can talk about later and debate later. They went into a Millie, and then Juvie tried to like rap it at first, but it's just not the vibe. And Juvie felt it, so he cut. He just let the song play. And then BG and Juvie talking as the camera pan, and I think they was talking about why are we playing this song? We got so much other shit that listen. You could do a concert by itself with Juvie and BG. Period. Them niggas have and big timers. So the niggas that was there, you could do multiple songs. Like, so you didn't even have to do songs with Wayne on it or Turk on it, or if you did, you could have cut it at their parts and then moved on. So I think that was just a strategically wrong move when they was just playing songs and rapping over the verses or playing songs that they wasn't even on just because they was hit songs. And that's what I was saying from Hello. It's going to be a problem if they do that. No Limit knew that. That's why P is so smart. No Limit knew that from Hello. So they knew, okay, if we go, nigga, they played no Mystical music. They played songs that he was on, but when they got to his part, their turn was over. They so smart that they knew that. I would love to hear that. I would love to hear motherfucking the man right here. Here I go. Get in my own. If I need to get it, put the kid in ignition. Everybody get started. But they knew it'd take away the sting when the person that what they did do it one time. They did that you ain't gotta say too much from the look in your eye. They had to play that song, but I think they should have just did the hook. I think P should have introduced it and said, we got to respectively, this song has to be played because how big of a song it is. Played the hook and moved on. Because when Brett tried to rap it, the vibe just wasn't the vibe. So I think they should have just did. You ain't gotta say too much by the look in your eyes. I can tell you wanna, and you ain't gotta call me a boo. Cause as bad as you wanna, I wanna to. You feel me? Cause that's a hit. But every other song besides the start, I think P started off a little too slow. He started off too slow because he knew he was dealing with haymakers. So you got to let the haymakers go. But the haymakers don't overland what you play because you starting off light, so it's cool. But then when the haymakers start to, feel like feather punches, now you come in with your fuck them other niggas because I'm down for. Come on, man. They saved that for the end, and guess what happened at that? Because that was supposed to be the last song. If y'all, that was supposed to be it. The show was supposed to be over, but no, Cash Money knew they could not leave with that song being played, and that was the end. So here comes Juvenile with "Girl, you look good. Won't you back that ass and use a fine?" He went with that. That's why Pete left the stage because that wasn't what was supposed to happen. So you could feel the energy. But Cash Money should have been played that song. I think whoever picked the songs out, they needed this. Like I would have came if I was Cash Money, I would have came out to, me. I don't need no introduction in this. I'm riding, but you can call me with your hopping out the platinum with the platinum piece and the platinum with the platinum. I think they should have started with that. But when it came in, I'm like, okay, that was a good spot to come in too. But I'm saying strategically, you got to map that shit out. I think anything P would have did off the last Don, which I got to rewatch it just to make sure, and I don't think he did nothing off the last Don, would have murdered anything. I think for me personally, I give it. Oh, well, let me just say this. Hold on. Sidebar. Jadakiss stole the show when it was the Lox versus Dipset. Jadakiss stole the show. Guess who stole the show here? Guess. Go ahead. Go ahead. Nope. Wrong. What'd you say? Nope. Wrong too. Mia motherfucking X. To me, Mia X understood the fucking assignment. Mia X knew, okay, I see what's going on. Every time they finish a song, then they got dialogue and context at the end of it. So, or they doing their verse a cappella when their turn is over. So Mia X start doing that same energy. Mia X start performing the verses or talking her shit after the song was off because she just was matching the energy. So Mia X to me gets an extra point and star for No Limit. And mind you, I think both of them won. To me anyway, there's no loser. I'm a fan of both. I remember, nigga, I used to have, listen, just to give a little context. I'm going to try to end this shit because I don't want it to be too long. Just to give context, back in the day when No Limit dropped the album, not only was it a color CD, a color case or whatever, but it was also a movie with it. So you was getting the Charge It to the Game, the album and the movie. You was getting the I'm About It album and the movie. You was getting the what was C Murder movie? It was green. His album was green. Snoop's was blue. Now it makes sense because I was a kid. Snoop's was blue because he was a Crip. Mia X's was yellow. Fiend, I want to say, was green. Charge It to the Game was like black and whitish. The Last Don. Was Last Don a double disc? I want to say Last Don was a double disc. I can't remember now though, but I think it was double disc. But not only was it double disc, it was like holographic. It was like holographic to where if you looked at it from a different angle, P had the Rolly showing, and if you look from a different angle, he was just like they used to, like back in the day, music like that shit was important. The presentation was important back in the day, and they always used to do a dope ass job of the presentation. Then when you open it up, you got all the fucking the albums that was on their way. I used to go to Durant Square, couldn't wait to. I want to see if I got a picture. I think I do. I hope I do. I hope I got the picture to where you see my stereo in my room. You see my stereo, and then you see my CD holder, and my shit was No Limit the fuck out. Do you hear me? No Limit the fuck out, nigga. And then I went to Jay-Z. It was Streets is what, because I turned into nigga. I need a motherfucking musical when the album come out. So Jay-Z did that shit with Streets is Watching, even though the Streets is Watching album wasn't as good to me as the movie because the movie was more playish, and I'm more into like dramatization and shit. So, but anyway, I think to me, if I had to pick a winner, I'm picking P and them. For execution, for delivery, for flow, and the fucking background. Go rewatch it. Everybody was rapping P shit when he was rapping. His whole crew was rapping it. Go watch Cash Money. Only the artist was the other niggas that was the entourage didn't know shit. So that to me says the niggas that P and them brought was the niggas that was around when it. And oh, y'all know. Hold up. Let me say my side, boy. Y'all know the nigga with the no shirt that's in every music video, every fucking movie. I gotta find out who this nigga is. He was right there doing the same shit he been doing, supporting, being motivational, being a fucking hype man, just there for his crew. I don't know his name, but he was in every fucking movie. He was in every fucking video, and he was up there tonight with his little fro, his fucking do-rag around his neck, and no fucking shirt on like he was back in the day. You hear me? So shout out to that nigga. But with that being said, I think Cash Money dropped the ball on playlist selection. I'm gonna be honest. I think the ball was dropped on the playlist. That's just what I feel. But here's why though. I don't think the Cash Money that I knew was gonna show up, because I ain't talking about like Cash Money against No Limit should have stopped at 2001, maybe 2, because Cash Money wasn't even the core Cash Money to me after that. Once BG left, Juvie left, Turk left, like Lil Wayne only had one album on Cash Money when they was all together, and that was The Block Is Hot. And maybe I'm wrong. Maybe he had Lights Out, but I can't remember. So correct me if I'm wrong with that. BG had a bunch of albums. So anything BG played to me is a count, because BG was Cash Money before that shit was Cash Money. And then Juvenile, I want to say, had 400 Degrees. Did he have Project English? I definitely want to say Project English, but that might have been at the tail end. Like Slow Motion shouldn't have been played. Slow Motion is not a Cash Money to me anyway. And I'm a fucking connoisseur. I don't think Slow Motion should have been involved, but whatever. It's a bona fide hit, so it has to play. But guess what? It wasn't the right tempo for what Cash Money was doing, so it shouldn't have been played. Like if Juvie do a versus by itself, then nigga, yes, nigga, I'm about to bounce back. Bounce back. You could play the whole Juvie the Great Hit. You can go through Juvie catalog once it's a Cash Money, the label shit. I don't think Slow Motion fits into the vibe of what that is. But so I feel like they dropped the ball there. I think the fucked up part about No Limit is when you really break it down, is that Master P as an original artist on No Limit, I'm just talking about the core group, is really the best artist on No Limit. So it's kind of hard for him to like display the other artists, because the simple fact that he's the best artist. Like we could have went through Ghetto Dope, we could have went through The Last Don, we could have went through I'm drawing a fucking blank, bro. Whatever, I can't think, so I don't want to dwell on it too long. Oh, the Ice Cream. It's so much shit that P could have just. He didn't play get unless I started late, because I did come in the house and it was already on. But I ain't gonna lie, I scored it No Limit way. That's just me, because I'm unbiased and I knew what Cash Money was gonna play. And the part that I think bothered me was they played the songs without the people on it, so the other people was rapping it, which I think was trash. You know what I mean? I think they could have did more solo BG songs, more solo Juvie songs, and then they really could have landed and home runned it with the Big Timers, because they got the Big Timers. For one, if they just do they skits, like if y'all just really go listen to Cash Money skits on all they fucking albums, the intros was ridiculous. Like they took time with that shit, bro. So it took me back. it took me to a good spot. I would have liked to watch that shit with the niggas that, you know what I mean, I was listening to music with at that time, that because it would have hit a little different, because we'll remember where we was at when it. Let's say I'm in a room with a bitch and the holder won't fuck like a man. I'ma beat my meat and get my fucking nut for sure. She gonna be rolled in, and I'ma cut the TV off and go to sleep on that whole day. And tell it to your girlfriend, you tell her everything else. She gonna be with her boyfriend. You gonna be by your damn self while I'm in my beings with your friends and everybody getting nervous. Baby, I don't want nothing but some outlet service. Don't act mad. Don't get mad. That's all I can do with you, because I don't want your ass. That kind of fine with a nigga name on your spine. Now respect my fucking mind. I'm gonna hit that from behind. I got a whole across the coast and a little booster neck door. I'm getting tired of you. You know what I mean? Like, we can word for word this shit. I just feel like, give me a project, bitch. That's a hit, but that's a hit to us. That's not a national hit, I don't think. And I think that was the difference. No Limit played their national hits starting late. Like, they played their little mediocre shit early, just to, like, you know what I mean, let the shit warm up. But then they start going hit after hit after hit after hit. That was national hits. That's a difference. Like with the bop, yeah, Cash Money has more bop because Manny Fresh, as soon as the beat come on, it's different energy. But Beats by the Pound, hold on, I don't want to sound disrespectful. I don't. Beats by the Pound was doing the same shit, but it was just, the topics was different. Like the topics and shit was just totally different on when it was No Limit, Beats by the Pound early on. So they had concepts. You know what I mean? Cash Money really don't got like No Limit don't have a hot girl. What's they hot girl? That's why P knew. Okay, if they play hot girl, guess what we gonna do? Chopper style, chop 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 it. The up tempo shit, because P and them naturally don't have that. They have more like and I really miss my homie, even though you're gone away. I know I see you soon Sunday. Now tell me, what Cash Money song have to that? They don't have that, because Cash Money was when the world, or when we transitioned into stunting, balling, when we transitioned into when we started transitioning to popping our shit. No Limit was more reality, more homegrown, more hood, more anthem based. Like, um, what the fuck is the song? I'm drawing a blank, man. I'm about it. No, not that. It wasn't I'm about it. It was I can't think. Y'all got me there. I can't think of the song. It was no, nigga. It wasn't Make Them Say It was what was the other one? Fuck, why am I drawing that blank like that, bro? I hate when I do that. Fucking my podcast up, bro. Ice Cream Man. No, it wasn't Ice Cream Man. They was on the boat though. It was on the boat, bro. What the fuck was that shit, bro? I hate when I do that shit, man. Fuck. Master P. Let me put in Master P and see if it come up. It was do make them say I'm about it. No, it wasn't I'm about it. Who they didn't even play Hootie Hoo. They didn't even play Hootie Hoo. That nigga, and that was a hit. That's what they didn't play Hootie Hoo. That's what I'm saying, bro. They didn't even play Hootie Hoo, bro. Break them off late, not lay low. Ice Cream Man, I'm about it. Pass me the green. I'm hot boy, hot girl, free code. I got the hookup. They didn't play. I got the hookup. Ghetto D, swamp niggas. I can't think. I whatever, bro. I just feel like both teams left multiple shit off the table, but I think No Limit orchestrated they shit a lot better, and then they catered to the people that was there. So Mystical ain't there. We not playing no Mystical songs, even though we know they fire. That ain't what we doing. Cash Money did that too much. Lil Wayne songs, Turk parts of the song left out. Y'all shouldn't have even brought the song to the table, because when you put on Hot Girl, we only want to hear the back and forth. So they not there. That song is scratched off. Period. You got to fix that. I think P extending his hand, walking across the room, this gonna be disrespectful, I think, but like Nelly did to Ashanti when he walked across the room and embraced just to kill a tension that maybe they felt in the room. Nigga, we finna kill it right here because it's a win for the city. And I know we don't fuck with each other. It's documented. We never fucked with each other. But nigga, we old as fuck at this point. Nigga, high five. Y'all doing y'all thing. We did our thing. Nigga, it's all love at the end of the day. We don't got to keep that shit up. So I appreciate. Listen, I'm really a no limit nigga, man. I'm a no limit nigga. I've been P. Check your DM, and I bet you find DMs from fucking 2000 and fucking I don't know when DM started, but I bet I be in there saying I need a tank around my neck because No Limit, just nostalgia to me is nigga. That was the blueprint, bro. You put an album out, you put a movie out. You put an album out, you put a movie out. And then all the story, you don't hear no limit artists complain about, hey, look, I'm gone, man. Hey, look, this all over the place, the podcast, and it's the No Limit Cash Money versus. I feel like it wasn't as big as it should have been, but I appreciated it because niggas just want to see P and fucking Birdman in the same building since we was younger. I wanted them to do something like when C Murder and BG did that song way back in the day, but BG wasn't on Cash Money no more, and C Murder was already locked up for what he locked up for. I'm C Murder, and all y'all that heard him. I love that shit because I feel like they could have been doing shit, but whatever they got going is what they had going, so they couldn't. I'm an outsider looking in, so I'm just talking as a fan point of view. I feel like that shit would have just been so fucking big. So tonight, this shit fulfilled all that for me, is all I'm saying. Um, I think versus, I don't know where they can go next. I don't see like this right here. I think the Jeezy and Gucci shit was the biggest shit, but this gonna fall right under that. But they didn't deliver as Gucci and Jeezy did because them niggas delivered. These niggas didn't deliver in that aspect, but they delivered in they all showed up and it was a win for the city. And me personally, I hope No Limit comes back out because that type of music and nostalgia is still needed. Conceptual. I don't know if that's a word. Conceptual. It might be a word. I don't know. Who knows? But concept to music is still needed. Like now, niggas is just rapping, saying shit that long as it's long as it like fits, flows, pattern is there, niggas is on it. So cheers to No Limit. Cheers to Cash Money. Shout out BG, who I think is one of the best to ever do it. Shout out to Juvie, that's my dog. Shout out to Mia fucking X. I think Mia X stole the show. That's just me though. That is just fucking me. I think Mia X stole the show, and I could be fucking wrong, but I love to see Mia X, man. And she was just on that motherfucker looking so fucking good. Like, y'all don't know how women used to look back in the day. Mia X came out just like she used to fucking come out, just naturally her. A fucking problem. But that's just me though. Don't get me to showing my age. That's just me. I liked it, that organic, naturally beautiful, sexy shit. She didn't have to do too much to pop her shit. You hear me? And then Silk the Shocker. I think Silk left some songs off because motherfuckers think Silk, let me tell y'all this, and I'm out of here after this point. Silk right now, if he dropped music, would kill a game because the way niggas rap now is how Silk was fucking rapping back then when niggas thought he was weak. I didn't think Silk was weak. Just FYI. I never thought Silk was weak. He said, spell that shit you represent, boy. Nolimit. Man, look, charge it to the game. Go put that album in. Go put it in, charge it to the game, and tell me that wasn't a fucking, man, y'all got Silk fucked up. And then they did the Hot Boy movie off that. No, they didn't. Wait, did they do that off that? Let me see. Charge it to the game. No, they ain't do that off that. But go listen to Charge It to the Game album. But when you listen to it from that time frame ear. Don't listen to it now. Don't say, oh, the NBA has better talent now. Like, because back then it was better talent when it was back then. It only gets better because evolution happens. So shit changes. You know what I mean? Like, you have to appreciate shit for what it was when it was. And Silk was one of them niggas back then. That nigga, any hot song that was out back then, Silk was on it. Period. Period. I'm out of here. This all over the place. Cash Money, No Limit versus. I'm picking No Limit, but I think Cash Money did their thing. And BG, Juvie, them my dogs. And Master P, Mia X, Silk the Shocker, Fiend, Nick. I'm out of here. I'm gone. Let me stop this shit, man, because I keep this shit fucking going.